Meanwhile, leading pollster Scott Rasmussen has Hillary Clinton beating Obama 33 to 19% right now, and he also has Rudy Giuliani beating John McCain 29 to 19%, and incidentally, Newt Gingrich comes in third at 16% of the vote. So, what do these polls tell us? Let's ask our two political pundits. Joining me now is author, politician, pundit, Terry McAuliffe. It's a great pleasure, Terry. He is chairman of Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential campaign and author of What a Party, My Life Among Democrats, Presidents, Candidates, Donors, Activists, Alligators, and Other Wild Animals, which just debuted, by the way, at number 5 on the New York Times bestseller list. Congratulations. We also have Jed Babbin, editor of Human Events, a man who couldn't make up his mind on his candidate during the tease. So, Terry McAuliffe, let me begin with you. You see, is Hillary going to walk away from this race in your judgment? Is Obama going to make much of a challenge or not?
Well, right now the polls have her winning both the primaries and the general. So we're out to a quick start. We've only been in this a week. Last week, as you know, Larry, she was out in Iowa. 500 people were supposed to show up. 2,800 people came out. They had to hire another gymnasium and telecast it into that. So we were off to a great start. But we have no illusions. This is going to be a long, tough fight. We're leading today. People say, can Hillary win? She is winning, and we're winning right now.
Let me ask a follow-up on that, how things can change. You were DNC chairman, I guess, 2001 to 2005. Right. Those are obviously not good years. Republicans carried the Congress again in 2002 against all odds, and Mr. Bush won in 2004 with good congressional coattails. Okay. What's changed now insofar as your optimism about electing a Democratic president and I presume keeping the Congress? What's changed in terms of values and principles on the Democratic side?
Well, the main change clearly, Larry, is the war on terror. George Bush was able to help the members of the House and Senate in 2002 because people were scared after 9/11. He used the White House effectively to go out there with the terror alerts and all that. So it was all about the 9/11, post 9/11. 2004, I make the point in my book, we should have and easily could have won the 2004 election running against an incumbent president while at war. It was still about terror, who would keep you safer. And when Osama bin Laden came out and did the video right before the election, and we not having laid the predicate for John Kerry that says, yeah, I'll keep you safe. But the big difference is the war in Iraq. 2/3 of Americans are against the war in Iraq. So George Bush has used this, obviously, as a crutch for so long. It's now a gigantic negative. The American public has had it. That's why we won big in 2006 and why we'll win big in 2008. They want a fresh start.
Jed Babbin, do you essentially agree with what Terry McAuliffe is saying, that the Iraq war poses an insurmountable barrier to a Republican presidential candidate next year?
Not at all, and I think the answer, or rather the non-answer Terry gave, is entirely illuminating. You asked him what has changed in the Democratic Party in the time that has passed since 9/11 and before. The answer is nothing has changed. In fact, nothing has changed in the Democratic Party since 1972 and George McGovern. They're going to run Hillary Clinton, who has absolutely no more qualifications for the office of the presidency than Barack Obama. She's never governed, she's never commanded, she's never run an operation larger than her Senate office. I hope to God Hillary is the nominee. It's going to be the Republicans in a walk.
Terry McAuliffe, your response to the insinuation that Senator Hillary Clinton is still a McGovernite. I think that's what Jed was insinuating.
Yeah, well, if you're using George Bush as your basis, who was a failed businessman and a part-time governor in Texas, and look at how he has left this nation in shambles that we have today, to the point that people all over the world who used to hold us in such high regard do not. He inherited record budget surpluses, now his record budget deficits. So we're excited. Hillary Clinton, she's been tested. She is strong. She is tough. She knows every world leader on a first-name basis. And you read my book, and you're going to find out actually what a great sense of humor and how much fun she has. So I'd be willing to wager a little bet that Hillary Clinton is the next nominee of the Democratic Party, and I'll even wager a bigger bet that she's the next president of the United States.
Jed, you satisfied with that answer?
I'm absolutely satisfied because it just shows, once again, Terry ain't got nothing. You know, all they can do is criticize George Bush. They don't say, why vote for us? There's no reason to vote for Hillary Clinton. The only claim to fame she has is to stand by her philandering husband. She couldn't even manage her family. How in the world is she going to manage the United States of America?
Well, Terry, just little things like guns, gays, abortion, tax cuts, and national security foreign policy. Give us a little hint. How will the Democrats manage their position? Because they've never been strong on those issues.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. We won 1992. We won 1996. We actually won 2000. We didn't get the prize, but Al Gore did get 500,000 more votes than George Bush did. And in 2004, running against an incumbent president while at war, if we had shifted 60,000 votes, Larry and Ohio, John Kerry would be in the White House. So, listen, we've had a lot of great things happen to this party. Hillary is going to lay her plan out where she stands on the issues. But when 2/3 of Americans think that this nation is headed in the wrong direction, I don't know what kind of magazine we got on the other side, but obviously it's like Mad Magazine because they don't know what they're talking about. People want to change. We just won 6 governors. We won in the House, in the Senate. We picked up 2 state legislatures, including in a lot of red states. That's because the Democrats did have their message out. But I know George Bush isn't on the ballot in 2008. But I'll tell you this, his policies are going to be on that ballot. The people have had it. He has a 28% approval rating. He's right there with Richard Nixon the day before he resigned. But people want to change, and we got a campaign. We're going to lay out our plans over the course of next year.
Go ahead, Jed.
Larry, there is nothing in what this man is saying. I mean, it's just empty rhetoric. They don't have a plan. They don't know how to win wars. They only know how to lose them. You can call my magazine whatever you want, but you don't even have a magazine, pal. You've got a campaign that's got nothing to say.
Yeah. Hey, I got a best-selling book that's number 5 in the New York Times, better than that Mad magazine you got. I actually got a book out there that people
enjoy
are
yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Well, Ann Coulter was on the best.
And I notice he's not out there defending George Bush.
You don't even believe in your candidate.
He doesn't say one nice thing about George Bush.
Enjoy
your book. George Bush and Dick Cheney.
Enjoy your book.
Well, I wish
I have a good time.
As a capitalist,
magazine.
I want you to get even richer off the book. It's the content and the issues that I'm not sure about, but you make a very strong case. Jed Babbin, before we go, real quick, I'm going to give you one more chance. In 2 words, who is the Republican candidate going to be?
Someone else.
No, Jed.
Their profiles and
thanks a million. Good luck on the book. Hope to see you again.
Can't even
Terry
defend Bush
McAuliffe,
today.
Jed Babbin. Up next, my last word on Goldilocks.